Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017, and welcome back to Lone Oak Farm. So we're starting moving. I realized because I'm editing now, I can jump in anywhere I want. I don't need to worry about like starting the recording. I can start it whenever. Then I can begin gameplay and then I can cut it apart and actually start the video anytime I want. So yeah, a little bit more flexibility there. This is going to be a night video. You've probably put that together, and there's several reasons for that. One is this game is really, really pretty at night. It really is. All of it is pretty at night. Not just mod maps or base game or whatever, but just all of it I think is awesome. The other thing is we have rented equipment, and if we don't make money with it tonight and get rid of it, take it back to the store, then we're going to be paying rent on it all night, and it is incredibly expensive, particularly the mouse. So I thought, why don't we take care of several things at once, and let's go ahead and finish up this evening. It's only 8 p.m. 1900 2000. It's going on 2000, so it's not that late. And like I said, this game looks great at night. Look at the mouse at night, man. Are you kidding me? Where is it? Whoa, for one thing, look at the sunset, and then look at the mouse. Love it. So you remember the great big pile of sugar beets that we had in our field? It is now significantly reduced. Yeah, I must have made 20 trips over to that store, or the sell point rather, to try to get rid of this stuff. And it just never stops. Now we may have more than one truckload here, and it's important that I get all of these off the field so I can start plowing this field. But also, the only way we can get these into a truck is with the mouse, so we sort of need to get the pile gone so we can take the mouse back, because it's really costing us a lot of money. When all is said and done, it takes me about 8 minutes to make a trip fully loaded from the field over to the sell point, and we were getting 13,000 per truck. Now we're getting about 8,000 per truck. So call it 7 trips per hour, right? At 10,000 per trip, that's 70,000 an hour. But the mouse is like 30,000 an hour. It's ridiculous. So yeah, we gotta, yeah, it might be. I don't know. There are unbelievable amounts of rent coming out for equipment per hour. And remember, we've got a case combine harvester on rent also that we're using for our sunflower seeds. So yeah, I'm just getting totally beat up on rent, which is, I mean, it's part of the game. It's neither here nor there. I'm not mad about it. It's just something I need to be aware of. And I'm also, I guess I've sort of remembered why I don't grow potatoes and sugar beets. It's just not my thing, man. They're really, really slow. Basically, they're just, it's a really slow process to harvest them. So let's make one more trip over there. I know when we get back, what's on the ground will fit in this truck, so we won't take it over and sell it a second time. But we will transfer what's on the ground into the truck, put the truck somewhere, and then we'll take the mouse back. And then when we come back, we'll do a little bit of sunflower harvesting, and I think we'll probably at that point call it an episode. But yeah, I thought, the game, like I said, it does look good at night. So let's do a night video. I don't think we've done a straight up all night video for a long, long time. So this will be fun. I hope it will be. So, and what else is going on? Farming Simulator 2019 is in the Steam store now. It's not available yet, obviously. They're saying November 20th, but it is an item, so I did put it on my notification list, and I'm super, super excited about it. Everything that I see about it looks really good. And, something that's interesting is F1 2018 came out like 2 weeks ago, and I had pre-ordered it, and I got it, 0-day release, the whole deal, and I immediately started playing it. Well, I came into the Codemaster F1 franchise just a few months ago and played F1 2017, and now I'm in F1 2018. When F1 2018 dropped, I did a video of it and I said, oh, you know, it's nice, but it looks a lot like the other one. And then I watched some other people's videos, and all the detail and all the subtlety and all the like tiny little changes that a noob like me, a noob to F1, or at least Codemasters F1, a noob like me didn't spot that stuff, but it's in there. And I think a lot of people could look at Farming Simulator 2019 and be like, yeah, whatever, big deal. It's all the same, you farm, whatever. But as I'm looking at it, I can see so many big and small changes that they've made to the sim, and I'm super excited. And I guess it gives me kind of a an understanding of people that have been playing the Codemaster F1 franchise for like 10 years, and they can spot all the little changes that are in F1 2018. So apologies to Codemaster. I mean, it's a great game. I wasn't like putting it down or anything, but I didn't get all the changes. I couldn't spot them. I'm just not familiar enough with the sim. But Farm Simulator I am, so I can definitely spot the changes, and I'm really looking forward to them. And I've mentioned this in another video, and I don't know this for sure, but this is my theory. You ready? This is my conspiracy theory. So, you know spin tires, right? And spin tires, one of its big things is it has persistent terrain deformation. Well, it's got amazing terrain deformation to begin with. But when you drive through the mud, it squishes out from your tires, and the traction modeling and the physics modeling and everything is just awesome. But it's persistent terrain deformation. So when you drive through some mud, it changes it. If you drive through it in one direction, if you drive through it in one direction, easy, sir. If you drive through mud in one direction and then you come around at a 90-degree angle and drive across where you first drove across it, you will now drop down into the ruts that you made. Like, it's actual changes to the surface of the mud. Well, Giants, I'm sorry, not Giants, Focus, which is the company that owns the company that makes Farm Simulator. I hope I'm saying that right. As I understand it, Farm Simulator is made by Giants, and Giants is sort of under Focus, right? They're like the producer or whatever. Well, Focus bought spin tires, and my conspiracy theory is, and I'm being 100% upfront about this, I don't know this, it's just my conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is that because Cattle and Crops has terrain deformation, and because Cattle and Crops is being developed by frustrated Farming Simulator modders, right? And it's supposed to be, Cattle and Crops is supposed to be the Farming Simulator franchise killer. Like, it's supposed to have all these realistic things that that Farming Simulator does not have. Well, I think it would make sense for Focus to get the physics modeling and the mud modeling from spin tires because it's so good, and incorporate that into the Farming Simulator franchise. That's my theory. I don't know if that's actually happening, but that's my theory. It would be awesome if it did, because one thing that is really, I think, lacking from the Farming Simulator franchise is some good mud modeling. It's just a little too it's a little too two-dimensional. And even if you have some of the dirt modification mods running, sort of fake it. You know, you don't really sink down into the mud. So I tried. I was an early Kickstarter supporter of Cattle and Crops, and I threw a lot of money their way to be a gold member, and I finally had to give up on Cattle and Crops. I don't think it's ever going to be ready. I don't think it's ever going to be released, and when it does get released, it's already going to be obsolete because the technology they're building it on is already out of date. C4 it's obsolete. It's been replaced by Tombstone, but they'd have to recode the entire game if they wanted to put it on Tombstone. So I gave up on Cattle and Crops. I contacted the developers and told them delete my account, and they said, you know, you already paid, you know, just keep the account. You already paid. you can't get a refund. And I told them I'm not interested in a refund. I'm interested in never playing this sim again. It's that frustrating. So no cattle and crops for me. I'm a farming simulator guy. I'll stick with it. And if they can add mud simulation, that would be awesome. I would love it. So let's load this thing up one more time. I think we're just about done. I think this is the last bit of our pile. So, park this thing. I'm gonna hop out. How are we doing on time? 10 minutes. Okay. I'm pretty sure what's on the ground will fit in here. Hope so. I'm not, well, if it doesn't fit, I'm really not sure what to do. I don't want to plow it under. Let's just see whether it fits or not. Concentrating. Concentrating. It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. Oh, game. Might fit. It might fit. Oh. We're halfway there. Maybe. Maybe. No, it's not going to fit. Maybe. Nah, it's not going to fit. Maybe. No, definitely not going to fit. Okay. What other trucks do I have that I can just get these into so I can get them off the field so I can return this mouse? I know. Wait. So let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. We're not going to even park it. We're just going to get it away from the mouse. So there's a truck right, I'm looking at it. It's right there. We have a truck. And it's not ideal because it really doesn't see the trigger over there very well, but it'll have to work because we have got to get that mouse returned. It's just killing us on rent. Right. In we go. And now I will say this, the trailer on this rig actually works okay. The trigger on the trailer seems to work better than the trigger on the tipper truck. So maybe we just put the sugar beets in the trailer and not the truck. Okay, let's try that. We won't know till we get over there, and I'm not going to save game. I'm not going to. I'll do that off camera. I'm not going to do it this. We already took one trip over. That'll have to be it for this episode. All right. Brake. Keep this brake off. All right. These will fit in there. Now, I also have to figure out how to fold this thing. I think I remember, but it's been a couple episodes. Finally. Righto. Sugar beets are done. Are they? Now they are. So we lift that. Shut it down. I'm gonna back away from this mast because I don't know where everything goes when it folds. And I don't want to snag anything. Okay. Right. Right. Tons of animation. Wow. Okay. Jesus. Okay, so let's get some lights on, and let's get this thing back to the store. This is going to be an interesting trip down here. Fortunately, it's evening, so hopefully there won't be as much traffic. We'll find out momentarily. Okay, so then when we get back, okay, I'm trying to like visualize my plan. Okay, and we're at 15 minutes. I think we got this. So I did move everything over. I moved our Optum with the big tipper. I moved our grain cart, and I moved our combine harvester over to the other sunflower field. So when we get back, I'm just going to move the farm truck off the sugar beet field so we can start our quad track plowing. And then I'm going to head over to the sunflower field, and we'll just do a couple. Oh, brakes. We'll just do a couple lengths. We don't need to do the whole field. Right. Okay. Now this thing doesn't have a header. It's just one unit, so we can pull it in and return it. We don't need to worry about returning the header separately or anything. Okay, cool. Now it says we only have 25,000. If you look at the HUD in the top right, it says we have 25,000. I have been paying on the loan, and I paid it from 400,000 down to about 200,000. And I'm hoping that we can get, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 loads of sunflower seeds it's a 60,000 liter tipper at 1,500 pounds per 1,000 liters. That's about 90,000 per trip. So if we could fill that thing twice, and I don't know if we'll be able to, but if we could fill it twice, that would be, I mean, we'd basically be down to 0 debt. And we would have made it through our first season. Would have made it through our first season, and we'd be out of debt. That's got to be some kind of a record for me. And that's important because we're going to need to borrow a lot of money to get our dairy operation going. We're probably going to need to borrow about 400,000 because we need to get a feed mixer. I think that's the only piece of equipment that we need. And we'll need to actually buy the cows as well. We'll have to rent an animal hauler. Ah, interesting. The doors are closed. They were open before. I hope I can return this thing. Almost said, I hope I can sell it. We don't need to sell it. We just need to return it. Yes. Beautiful. Now, get my flashlight on here. I did buy a little pickup truck, the cheap one, because we're not teleporting. And we want like that. Yep. Now this thing is old. It wouldn't have AdBlue. Okay. So lights on. No interior lights. That is going to be endlessly disappointing to me since I noticed it. Okay. And back to the barn. Yeah, this is our little affordable get around since we're not teleporting. And I feel like every time we come down to the store, I don't want to run back. Nope. This one. Oh, this thing does not... Oh! Does not handle like a tractor. And I have to be very careful here. Right. Yeah, I think that's about it. Pull the farm truck off the field, get the quad track going, and then over to the sunflower field. Okay. This is really some kind of dicey. You know what I'm saying? This is really, feels really weird. All right, we'll get off the highway here and get onto our little farm track. There we go. Better. Yeah, I think this map looks great at night. I think all Farm Simulator maps look great at night, but as nice as it is to play them at night, it's a little tricky to see them. So as far as, you know, making a video, I get it, but whatever. Let's mix it up a little bit. We haven't been doing enough mixing. And I'm doing my best to control this truck, but it is fighting me, man. So, first thing, you know what, let's, everything's relatively close together. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's pull this guy over right here. Right about here. Right. You wait here. Let's get this off the field. Mm-hmm. Pretty. So. We're going to head down to our quad track, which is really not very far. It's like a couple 100 feet up. At least I thought it was. There it is. Right. So this is field 34. So we want field work, field 34, right? 2 headlands, generate a course. Where do we start? Right here. Okay. Let's get rid of that. You know what? Let's just do it right. There we go. I forgot to tell it to do the headlands after. Right? That's right. Okay. Now. Get to work. All right. Beautiful. Flashlight. Back to our pickup. And then over to the sunflowers. Where we at? 26 minutes. Perfect. We'll do 1 or 2 lengths and call it an episode. Is that it? That's it. Beautiful. Right. Man. Definitely definitely dark. And with no interior lights. Yep. Just trying to be careful here. Fortunately, we don't have to go very far. This is like, officially, I can't see crap. So turn here. Try not to drive in the canola. Yep. Okay. We made it, more or less. Right. Gotta go third person for this because I just can't see where I am. Right. So there's that. Let's get some lights on this guy. And some lights on this guy. All right. Lights are already on. Interesting. Okay. So now we've got some reference points. And we can do a little harvesting. So first thing is, let's get the compass on and let's get a good GPS line. So there's 90 degrees. And we need to move this over right about there. Okay. First need to unfold the tool. Are we not unfolded? Thought we were. Now we are. All right. I'm also curious what kind of volume we get. This is a triple fertilized field, but sunflower is really, really dense. It's like canola. You got to harvest a whole lot of it to fill a harvester. It's a pretty big field, though. So I'm hoping we can, and if we could get 200,000 out of this field, that would be fantastic. Not likely, but we'll be optimistic. Now, do we want to try to do a headland? Oh, that's just not a happy frame rate right there. All right, we're going back third person. That was terrible. Do we want to try to do a headland? Is that even worth it? I think it's looking like one length is going to put us at about 25% full. So I don't think we could make it all the way around. Let's just go back and dump, and then we'll put it on a worker and chase it with the grain cart. Unless, okay, I see something we could do. I have a plan. So maybe instead of a full headland, we just go down the side here and then back up. There's 25%. How are we doing on time? 33 minutes. Okay. Let's 25. Yeah, let's just try to do a headland. Let's just try to do one and see how it goes. I think we're going to make it. And if we don't make it all the way, we will at least come out over by the dairy barn. And if it looks like we're not going to make it up the last length, we can always hop out onto the farm road and just go up and dump. Okay. All right, I'm feeling good about this. Half. Okay, and I'd say we're a little bit more than halfway around, so I think we're going to be okay. Hard to say exactly because the field is so irregular that half may not be half. You know what I mean. Half is always half, except when it's not. Coming up on 60%. And I hope we don't end up full back in the corner here with nowhere to go but try to turn around and drive all the way back over to the east side and get on the farm road. I think we're going to be okay. I think we are. 1 more little turn here. %. Yep, we're gonna make it. Are we? Yeah, I think we are. Because our Argo wagon is directly in front of us at the end of this row. And we're at 82%. Gonna be close, but I think we're gonna make it. Where are we at on time? 39 minutes. Perfect. I'll dump this in the grain cart. We'll call it an episode, and then I'll finish off camera. All right, there's 90% full. This is perfect. It really could not have worked out better. I'm glad we went ahead and did the headland. Get the pipe out. Turn this GPS off. We haven't used it for a minute. It's just kind of getting in the way. Oh, it's perfect. 96%. Could not have worked out better. Okay. So. Set the brake. Let's go over here. Take the cover off. Back in here. How we want to do this. I guess we'll back up to it. There you go. There you go, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017 from Lone Oak Farm. And we'll see you next time. Take care.